Hello, my name is John Gelder. I'm an architect in the School of Natural and Built Environments. I'm the Program Director for Construction Management Program. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about some research we did for the CRC-LCL in looking at Green Star Communities, which is a tool developed by the Green Building Council of Australia. So we're looking at Green Star Communities. This is relevant for Bowden, where we are right now, because in fact this whole development has been assessed against Green Star Communities, and it's got green at 6 stars, as it says back here. It says here a Green Star rating is a trusted mark of quality. So why is it trusted? One way that it might be more trusted is if it was independently assessed, and that's what this research project was actually about, an independent assessment of Green Star Communities. The team, there were 3 of us in the team, myself, John Gelder. I looked at building information modelling or precinct information modelling, which is more relevant at this scale of project. I also looked at what this all has to do with greenhouse gas emissions. There's a lot of things that are looked at in Green Star Communities beyond greenhouse gas emissions. So carbon is just a little bit of communities. So for the CRC-LCL, it's the carbon emissions that are the relevant bit, so we looked at that. And I also conducted a couple of interviews with people who'd used the tool here in South Australia. Manju Agrawal reviewed fairly carefully 2 critical bits of Green Star Communities. One was the thing called the submission guidelines, and the other were the calculators and guides. Not many calculators and guides in Green Star Communities, but some of those that are in other Green Star tools were assessed because they're relevant here. And the third party was Jeremy Miller, who did the literature review for this project. So there were the 3 of us working on this together. The key findings, I suppose, is that Green Star Communities is actually pretty good. So it's right to trust it, I think. But it can be improved. Everything can be improved. Couple of things. I think there were some points that Manju made when she got into the detail of the submission guidelines and so on to fix things up here and there, mostly small things. Bigger things though, Green Star Communities is part of a suite of tools developed by the Green Building Council of Australia, but it doesn't talk to the other components of the suite of tools. So it would be nice if there was a hierarchy between Green Star Communities and the next level down, which is Green Star Design and As Built, for example, if they talk to each other in some way. The other thing is Green Star Communities, all of the data that's used in the assessment has to be manually entered into the toolkit. It would be nice if a lot of that data, as much as possible, could be taken directly out of the precinct information model or the building information model, which is the way that the industry is going. We're all using these tools at the moment, and that'll just get more and more intense. So tools such as this one, assessment tools of various kinds, should use the data that's in the precinct information model, so we don't have to keep rekeying this data for different kinds of assessment. Our industry partner is Renewal SA, who are responsible for the development of the Bowden complex here, but also Tonsley, also in South Australia, and Lochiel Park, a residential suburb in South Australia, all of which have been subject to various CRC-LCL funded research projects by the University of South Australia with Renewal SA.